Jai Shri Mataji. A very happy Lunar New Year to everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan. Let us recite Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us bring our attention in our Sahasrara and let us humbly pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, kindly make us thoughtless. Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
You see, now I would say that this is the training. Whatever you give helps the child to become what you want them to. If you do not give them the training, children can never be all right. They can never behave themselves and they can never be good children. We'll have problems. Of course, we started a school with very great jittery conditions. Anyway, the teachers had really become like pantomimes, I think, because these teachers had never seen such horrible children to begin with. They used to beat them, spit at them, bite them, and within 1 month's time, all the teachers wanted to run away. They said, we can't manage these horrible children. I don't know from where they have come. Moreover, the education was so poor They didn't know how to write even ABCD, such big boys. While in India, at the age of 5 years, children can read very well, do this. Despite that, see, all this was happening, and also there's such a pressure of all the teachers on the teachers by the parents. The parents came down there, stayed there, the mother stayed there, tried to correct this, do that. I mean, nowhere in the world, in any school, this interference is allowed. So the teachers were so fed up, and the person who became really hard on them was a boy from abroad. He started hitting them because he said these children cannot be all right unless and until you hit them. So we told them that this is not the way it is to be done. But we had to use a plastic rule just to show them, that ruler, that if you misbehave, you will have this. Because they were very disobedient. They would climb up any tree, fall from there, they would like to jump everywhere. And impossible to control these children in a place like Dharamshala, which is hills and dales and all kinds of trees there. So they got a fright and they said that we'd like these children to go away, we don't want to have a school. I mean, they paid so much money to start the school. And it came on them suddenly because there was no school. But such interference of parents and things, and something too special. Now, if they are sitting in a puja, if the food has to be served at 8 o'clock, they'll get up from the puja and go away, as if it's very important to it. Doesn't matter, once in a while, if they are delayed. All these ideas are very regimental type of things. And then children become really like military people who come after war and become horrible. That's exactly what happens with them. So, the way they are looked after now, I must tell you, these children who came as just ignoramus things, absolutely good for nothing, have now started reading, writing, calculating. Not only that, but they also write Hindi language, which they do not know. They have changed so much in such a short time. It's hardly, I think, 1 year's time that they have been there. And we looked after them in a way because my attention was there. But they got fed up with the mothers who went down. And it is demeaning for the teachers also to go and correct the teachers in the presence of this thing. Also, I must say I was sorry to see that somebody was sent from Australia to find out about the schools. When the school was here, nobody bothered. When there was a school in Austria, nobody bothered. Nobody bothered about the school which was in Rome or in Milano. But when it was in India, they sent somebody to find out and get photographs and everything. It's something very demeaning. And the Indians refused to have a school there. And they said, we will not have this kind of a thing anymore. So you have to trust. But I can tell you this much, that Indian culture is the best for your children. That will make them perfectly all right. And you'll really enjoy them. Because you see, Indian children now, see even now, look at these children, how disturbed they are. But if you go in India and see, the children are least disturbed. They are just there, they are obedient, they are giving time. Understand this. What is good for our children, we should give them. So this is also not good to interfere with the school. Now there's another school we have started in Vashi, where we'll be getting children, all of them, because they have given up now. But they have given up, the teachers have given up in Dharamshala. They just said we cannot manage these children because the place is so dangerously placed and you cannot control them. They have no sense of caution and they are jumping all over. It's very difficult to manage. After all, this year they will continue, but from next year they are saying we'll send all the children to Vashi. For 9 months they could be there, and the parents can bring the children to Dharamshala and they can stay and they can look after them. It is so bad as that. So you must know the quality of our children has to improve. They have to become peaceful, righteous, good children. And they are not to be troublesome and exacting, because they are surgeons. Otherwise, if you do not give them the proper guidance, I tell you, they'll be all waste. They are born to you because you are all surgeons. And we have to give them that beauty. If you cannot give that beauty to them, they will not realize why they came on this earth, how important it is. Today that Saj Yoga has started, it never happened this kind of thing before. It never happened such a great thing. And this has come here and this has brought such greatness to all of you. I think many people do not understand how great it is. That's what is very surprising. Now you have entered into Surge Yoga, which has transformed your life, has given you everything that you wanted. It's so beautiful. But understand the importance of it and that how we have to develop and how we have to grow, because you will be held responsible in future if anything fails. So we have to go very deep into it and we have to get to it in a big way. Why is she crying? What's the matter? She wants to go to mommy, let her go. Whose child it is? Martin, you know your children. You are too much attached to them, I must say, too much attached. You really, that's what I was going to tell you, that they were very, very funny when I came there. They're too much attached. She has improved a little bit, but I think still, you should keep them out. Keep them out. Don't get attached to them. There will be such a headache to you, you won't know. Before Surge Yoga, people used to neglect their children. I've seen it. After Surge Yoga, they are just stuck to them. Either too extreme. Tell her not to cry. Otherwise, you tell her you'll send her out if she cries anymore. Don't cry, keep quiet. Sometimes you have to scold also. You have to. Shouldn't tolerate their nonsense. Otherwise, you are responsible for these children who are godly children who have come on this earth. God has given you a gift. You have to look after them with care and understanding. I think it will all work out. What's it now? What does he want? What happened? What? Ask him. What is the matter? Everybody is laughing at you. No, don't cry. See, you want everyone to laugh at you? Sit down, sit down. Now such a big boy like you shouldn't cry. Now see, they are all laughing. Sit down, sit down. What's the matter? All right, take him out. He'll cry more. He won't listen. What's the matter? What is he asking? All right, you take him out. Don't cry, don't beat him. Take him out. Take him out, he'll be all right. Take him out. Outside the thing. Don't beat him, don't get angry. That's not it. Take him outside. You know, you shouldn't beat your children all the time. Otherwise it has no value. You must make a big ritual of it, you see, before beating. Make a big ritual. Now, this is going to be bad. You'll be surprised. My daughters, the elder one, I've only slapped her once in life. Only once, little bit. And to another twice. She was a very naughty girl, but still. Only twice, never more. And they were so obedient, so good in schools and never troubled me. And one day she was in college, when we went to Delhi, she came and asked me, she said, all the girls are wearing sleeveless blouses, so what do you say, should I make some sleeveless blouses? I said, go ahead. I mean, she was quite grown up. I said, go ahead, if you want to make, you can make it. So she said, Mummy, but why don't you wear? I said, I feel shy to wear it like that. I don't like it. And it doesn't look so nice for a lady to wear a sleeveless blouse. It's better to be covered. So she said, then there is no criteria. This is no criteria that if I ask for anything, you should say yes. You should have said no to me. So I have had very good experience of my children. And I don't know why God blessed me with such nice daughters that... I never had any problems with them, never. And they've been, even now, they are very good. All right, sit down, sit down. No, keep quiet. All right. So now I would say let the children go if they like or if they want to hear the music, we can have the music now. Regarding the elders and all that, I'll tell you tomorrow something for the puja. All right? God bless you. This is the first time we are having a puja in Brisbane. And I'm happy so many have come here from various places. You know that by puja you excite the chakras within me and you get lots of vibrations and you achieve suddenly a height in your awareness. You do achieve that, but after some time they say that mother again we come down. Also they were saying that when we go to India we are all right, and when we come back again we come down. Luckily now we have an ashram, which is a very good thing. To have an ashram itself is I must say, is a very, very positive thing, because that is how Ganesha is established here. So ashram is here for a collective living, but collective living of spirituality. It's not just living here, but it is of spirituality. And we have to know certain things about the discipline that we have to keep is very important. It's not just a house where some people have gathered together to live together, but it has to have a discipline. Then only you will be helped, because if you do not come to the ashram with this idea that you are going there to ascend yourself, it will make no difference whether you stay in the house or you go in the ashram. So there are two types of meditation, two types, where one is the meditation where we can call it the antarmana, that we meditate inside ourselves to see for ourselves what's wrong with us and how we have to correct, what we have to do about it. And another is bahirmana, is outside. How we have to live outside. You have to have a discipline which is not imposed on you, but very happily which you have accepted and have imbibed. For any art, say in India, I don't know here, but you have to put yourself into a rigorous training to achieve any height. You cannot haphazardly move about it. You cannot take just easily everything. In Sahaja Yoga there is no tapascharya, there is no penance for you. All blessings. But one should not get lost with those blessings if you have to really get into yourself in its full depth. So for the antarmana, it is important that you all should meditate morning and evening, every day. Is alright even if you do not brush your teeth, but you must meditate. It's an important thing. That is the reason I find that in the West people go on catching, again cleaning, again catching. Every time I find somebody is suffering from either for some sort of a conditioning or say some sort of a badha, or sometimes it's ego or something. It comes and goes. It is not something that is detached permanently. As we have to take our bath every day, we have to wash ourselves every day. In the same way, we have to wash ourselves within. So, meditation is the antaramana tapaha, as you can call it. But it's not such a tapaha. You don't have to go to Himalayas and sit there. You have to just do this meditation early in the morning. In the Sahaja Yoga system, I would say the best that is working out is in Germany and in Austria. These two. And also England, but not to that extent. I would say these two are working out the best. And thirdly, in Rome. They too have ashrams of the same kind. But for them, it is very important to achieve the heights of Sahaja Yoga. Absolutely, nothing is more important. Invariably, in all these ashrams, I have seen people get up at 4 o'clock. I also get up every day at 4. Then I may sleep later on, but at 4 o'clock I am up. They take their baths, get ready for the pujas, and then sit down and do about 5-10 minutes puja of the photograph, and then meditate. Then they go and have some breakfast or something. Then when they come home from work, also they sit down together to meditate. That's the collective part of it. Or discuss whatever is to be done, about how are we to propagate Sahaja Yoga. They just talk about Sahaja Yoga. Or they decide what should be done, what is the best way to solve the problems of Sahaja Yoga. And then in the night before sleeping, invariably all of them, one and all, even children before sleeping, soak their feet in the water, sit for meditation and sleep. That's why I find Austria has come up so well. And Germans. Germans are like that. If something gets into their heads, for them, that's the most important thing, then they do not sort of fickle out. They don't have any compromises on those points. They make their body work hard. Now, what is the tapa in this thing? The penance. That our body is used to some sort of a life. India also, we are all like that in India. Everybody will get up in the morning and they will sit for puja or they will sit for meditation. I mean, that goes without saying, we don't have to tell them. Because that's the traditional thing to do in India. Always, when they get up, have their bath, they always do some pujas. All of them. If they are Christians also, they'll sit down and pray. Muslims, they'll do namaz. That's a kind of a practice and the breeding of the family. Here I find that the parents do not take the responsibility to pass on any information to children about disciplining themselves, because children are also extremely aggressive. They don't want to know about it. So the parents also dare not tell them that it is good for you, please do it this way, it is better that you meditate. They are afraid that they may lose their children if they tell them like this. Or you pray, or you get up at this time. You dare not tell them that you get up at this time. This is the greatest crime in the West. If you tell them that you have to get up at 4 o'clock, it's like the worst punishment. But once you start getting up in the morning, you'll get the habit and then you sleep early. then you can sleep early. Getting up in the morning really will help you for the whole day. So start this kind of a practice. You must meditate every day. And this is the reason why I find people, whenever I come, they're again caught up. Something gone wrong. This is wrong, that is wrong. They're caught up here and there. Why should you? Day by day you must rise. Day by day you should be at a much higher state. And this new breeding has to come within us, that we are Sajogis. And we are not here only just to have good food and to have nice time or nice meetings, but we are here to become those unique personalities which are required to raise the humanity to a higher state. So you have to be now responsible for yourself. You have to look after yourself. And you have to tell yourself, Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so, please now behave yourself. Otherwise, Sahaja Yoga is lost to you. It's not going to help you much. We might increase in quantity, but quality-wise will be missing. And one attack of negativity can finish such a quantity that we think is too much. It has happened once. So now all of you must develop that dedication to yourself to find out what's your problem and how you have to correct it. If it is done every day, I can assure you, you will have no problem of any kind. Your thoughts will stop, your problems will be solved, and you'll have no catches at all because you've washed them off. But if you leave them on your being, then they grow and they become big. So there should be no lethargy as far as meditation is concerned, but joyfully you'll start doing after some time. You won't be happy if you have not done it. But in the beginning, you'll have to goad yourself and tell yourself that this body has to be cleaned. But more than that body, this mind and intellect, both of them are to be correct. To be an instrument of God, you have to be perfect personality. Otherwise, we may not be able to communicate the message of Sahaja Yoga in the proper way.
Let us recite the Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this wonderful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and give our full Sabandhan. Let us all meet again tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.